How do you lift a load when the weight is not evenly distributed? Lifting an off-center load incorrectly can be extremely dangerous. In this video, we'll explain how to safely lift an off-center load. My name is Ben, and this is the Lifting and Rigging Channel. Today we're in Rockford, Illinois at Caldwell Lifting Solutions headquarters to learn how to safely lift an off-center load. Dan Mongan, Caldwell's senior sales engineer, will show us how to lift a load that is heavier on one side than the other. So, let's get into it.
If you look at this piece of fiberglass tube, we can easily determine that the center of gravity, or its balance point, would be directly in the middle. So if I was to lift this from each end, it's understandable that each end is sharing the load evenly and it would lift level. So that's a centered center of gravity. But if we look at this object here, so the center of gravity is not going to be exactly in the middle because there's more weight to this side. So if we were to lift in the same manner as we lifted this would tilt. That could be very dangerous in the lifting process. It could put loads into the lifting device that it's not designed for. It could literally slip out of the rigging, or as it comes off of the ground or wherever it's resting, it could make an uncontrolled movement that's not expected and hit somebody or something like that. So there's a lot of different things that could happen if we make a lift and not pay attention to the center of gravity. I've got some weight here on each end, and I'm just representing the fact that it's a balanced center of gravity. The center of gravity is in the middle. We've got equal load on each end, and it stands to reason that it hangs level. I will say that in reality, not everything is perfectly level. So you can see there's a slight angle here. Caldwell would say that, if it's within 5 degrees, that's reasonable. This is how we would lift with a lifting beam on a balanced center of gravity. Okay, so now what we want to demonstrate is what's going to happen when we do have an offset center of gravity, but our adjustments are still centered, right? Or where the attachment points would be centered. So to demonstrate this, I've